Hey guys, this is Jim LaBuda here once again. Today I want to talk to you about 3 keys that you can use starting today to hit your driver longer and straighter than you ever have before. But before we do that, guys, please make sure you click the subscribe button below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, please make sure you click the like button below and make sure you post any questions or comments in the box below. So, everybody wants to hit their driver longer and straighter than they ever have before, but no one really knows how to do it. So I'm going to give you 3 keys today that you can use when you're in your setup and when you're playing tomorrow that'll help you hit the driver longer. I know in the Northeast up here, we're starting to get to the end of the golf season, but for a lot of you all over the world, specifically in the South here and in the United States, the golf season is really going to start kicking into gear here. So make sure you use these 3 keys to help hitting your driver longer and straighter. So, one of the things you can do is, to start off with, is you can tee the ball a little bit higher than normal. Drivers today are designed with these large headed clubs have a very low center of gravity in them. The whole point of that is to help get the ball up in the air and make sure you achieve the maximum carry distance. So if you got these range balls, it's a great thing to do because ideally we want to make sure that half the golf ball is going to be teed above the head of the driver. Now that's going to be for any stock normal shot that you're going to go out there and play. And if you're if you're hitting the ball into a lot of wind, you're trying to hit the driver nice and low so that you keep it out of the wind, then you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to tee the ball just a little bit lower on the face of the club so that we don't take as much of that center of gravity, you don't use as much of that, and the ball stays lower. Now on the other hand, the other thing we can do is we can tee the ball just a tad bit higher, again, so we help catch the ball on the upswing, making sure we're achieving the maximum carry distance out there. So that's the first thing you can do, is make sure you tee the ball higher. The second thing you can do is, as I go ahead and set up here, is you can play the ball a little bit more forward in your stance. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they try to play the golf ball too far back in their stance. So if I lay this alignment stick on the ground, okay, I'm going to put that right in line with the ball. I'm going to make sure that my left heel, now for a driver, any stock driver, any normal driver you're trying to hit that you're not trying to get a little extra yardage out of, you're going to want to make sure that that ball position is off of your left heel. Now the reason we do that again is because we want to make sure that we're trying to catch the driver on the upswing. However, if I'm trying to get a little bit extra out of the club, maybe get a little bit more carry distance, I can move that driver, again, just a little bit forward in the stance, maybe playing it just inside of my left instep. Again, as I do that, the whole point is that I'm going to, again, catch the ball on the upswing, taking into advantage or using the advantage of the very low center of gravity. You're going to hit the ball high, but you're going to achieve maximum carry distance because, again, you're catching it on the upswing just like you're supposed to. So that's the second key, is move the ball just slightly forward in your stance. Now the third thing that you can do to help hit your driver longer and straighter, again, I think what you've realized from the first 2 keys here is you got to make sure you hit the driver on the upswing, and that's the important thing to making sure that you get the maximum carry distance. Well, the third thing you can do is, as you set up to the ball, is I can set up with a little bit more axis tilt. And what that means is if I've set this up, my driver is basically going to mimic the angle of my spine here. If I set up with a little more axis tilt, which is tilting my upper body away from the golf ball, again, it's just my spine tilting away from the ball. My hip's going to slide forward a little bit. My upper body is going to tilt back, but I'm still keeping the pressure equal between both my feet, about 50-50. Again, by having a little bit more axis tilt, this also is going to help me and force me to hit up on the driver and to make sure I hit it on the upswing. So as you can see, guys, here, the key to getting maximum carry distance is making sure you're hitting the ball on the upswing. But if you make sure you, number 1, tee the ball a little bit higher, number 2, move the ball a little bit forward in your stance, and number 3, put a little bit more axis tilt or a little more spine angle tilt away from the ball. These 3 keys are going to help guarantee you hit the ball on the upswing, making sure you achieve maximum carry distance and hitting the golf ball longer and straighter than you ever have before with your driver. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope these tips help you hit the ball longer and straighter than you ever have before. Again, make sure you post any questions or comments in the box below. Thanks very much, guys. Always keep it in the fairway and have yourself a great day.